Hey everybody, Teig Grennan here. Just wanted to do a test video on talking to you about some drawing basics so you can improve your drawing. Basically, for doodling, sketching, whatever, it's a good pastime, and it can even be something you just kind of do mindlessly while you're on the phone. This is something you can definitely practice even while you're talking with someone on the phone or you're watching TV. I mean, it's best to focus, but if you want to do two things at once, this is something that is good and easy that you can build muscle memory, and basically becomes very important for all types of shading and line work later down the road. But it's so basic, anyone can do it. I suggest we start with this. I'm going to try to not talk too much, but you can follow along. And we're just going to practice parallel lines. I'm going to draw some guidelines here, here. We're just going to be doing straight parallel lines, but I'm going to plant my hand. Watch. I'm going to rest my hand here like this. And I'm going to draw down, move the pinky in. Straight. Up again. Touch, pull, stop. Touch, pull, stop. Okay. We've come this way. My hand has been planted here. I've started reaching when I began, collapsing my hand as I went. Little by little, hand doesn't move. But now, starting to get a little tight. I'm going to slide the hand back and start again. Reach and pick up where I left off. And pull back in. You just have to get a feel for what that range is, how many lines you're going to get. You don't want your hand to be like this and you're trying to make lines like this. They're going to be all over. Plant your hand and start to know the range. All right, crunched. I'm going to move back, reach, up, too far. You know, there's a range, so you can just move it into place. I'm going to move back here, reach a little bit because I'm coming this way. That's a far reach. Actually, my hand's kind of in the wrong spot. Reaching too much, right? Making it difficult. I'm going to just slide forward a little bit like that. Replant. Much better. Moving the hand. 1, 2, 3. A little crunchy. I move my hand again. So I just planted my hand to do parallel stripes. It's a little harder to do it large like this. I want to show you on video. That's why it's large. But start small. Something like that. Short stroke, right? You get a bunch of lines. Hand starts getting scrunchy. Kick it back. Start over. That's it. Just practice parallel lines. Eventually, I don't really think about moving my hand. I just slide it to where it needs to go. But I'm not doing it for every stroke. We're not doing this. Resetting every time. Look how inconsistent your lines would be. So it's important to plant your hand and give your brain a range to work in that's stable. Just this one hand plant. You'll get used to drawing out 5 lines or 6 or whatever. You just keep moving your hand and planting it. Resting it down. And that's it. Practice that. I guarantee it'll help. Okay, next part. Moving down parallel lines. Guidelines. Start about that big. Plant the hand. Find your zone. You're not over here. Start here. Bigger hand movement. Drawing back. These muscles are working together. It's going to take some training if you're not used to it to get a straight line, so just do the best you can. Don't get frustrated. Eventually you'll have straight lines. So I'm going to be pulling lines this way, doing the same thing, just over, draw, touch, draw, stop, touch, draw, stop, and seeing how far this way my hand can reach before it kind of gets a little difficult. You know, let's see how far I'm going to go. All right, I'm kind of like having to pull too much on my thumb and then coming this way. It's feeling again a little cramped, right? So it's time to move the hand. So I'm just going to slide my hand down and start over. Reach. Practice this side movement. It's a little more difficult to get the straight lines. I mean, I'm even having trouble with it right now. You're going to notice, so it's getting cramped. Move again. You're going to notice a certain range for whatever size your hand is that's comfortable. You just got to get to learn that. And you'll notice, let's see, I started here. Out of these, whatever, 10 lines or so, you know, maybe these ones felt the best for me. These are kind of a reach. Maybe I can still do it, but these are the outer limits, reaching this way and this way. There might be a zone where, oh, these 4 came out right. That felt good. And then when I tried to reach further, it got a lot more difficult until I had to stop, move my hand. So you just got to learn where that is. All right. Okay, so finally, practice these hand movements. I guarantee it'll help, and it'll improve your mobility with your hand and your drawing, basically your drawing tool. Other variations, you can switch it up as, again, going vertical.
The angle line.
Still starting on the far side. I'm not really, in this way, I'm kind of pushing up. I guess at this point it just becomes preference. I don't know if there's a really right way to do it. I'm just explaining how I've learned to do it. Let's watch what happens when I want to go this way. Again, guidelines. I think I might sometimes slide my hand in a little and I'm pulling down. I may not have my hand out here. You just have to see what feels good. Let's say it's kind of strange to be pulling on that angle. It's better for my hand to maybe be closer and rotated so I'm pulling. You'll find pulling movements are probably easier for your hand than pushing, you know. You really want to draw in. So just practice these parallel lines and kind of just let your hand be in a comfortable spot where this is working, this action of just this straight drawing action. You're setting your hand. I'm not moving my hand around. It's planted. We're planting the hand, finding a range, and then moving it. But you can find different positions. You know, maybe you can even, if you like to, and it's more comfortable to go like this, then go upwards. You might find going down doesn't work. I don't think you're going to prefer this method, but who knows? Pushing that line. So practice these, and then again, just change it 90 degrees. Now my hand is actually going to be to the side again, kind of like the straight lines that we were doing. Basically going to be starting a little bit more compressed and then extending as I come down, drawing this way. And then it's getting crunchy. Going to move the hand again, reach. So if I'm moving along, I'm not going to think too much. I'm just going to shift the hand like that. You can do them smaller too. Move the hand, pull them this way. Anyway, what this all eventually can be used for, among many things, is shading, cross-hatching. Gradations of values using lines. You know, that's where these skills can aid your drawing with shading or just
This is Teig Grennan, and look for more instructional
Hope this
videos
helped,
on my
and,
YouTube
good
channel.
luck.
Thanks for watching.